Duel Review is brought to you by NexusDigitalComics.com.
Welcome to Duel Review. We have a wonderful week for you, starting off with Planetoid for our comics, and then we're going to have two classics revamped for our video games, and then for our focal point, we're going to look at the IT crowd.
That's right. Our anime is the latest from DC. It's Superman vs. the Elite. And our movies are all the Blade movies, 1 through 3. I'm RJ.
And I'm Nick.
Let's get to it.
Welcome to Monday the 30th of July. We are doing the comic Planetoid.
That's right. Here's the first two issues. It is very early. Here, I'm going to let Nick show those off. Some art, please, after you get through. But it's one that I think maybe you might be interested in, maybe we should watch. So Planetoid's the Image comic. Ken Gehring does the story and the art. It does come out monthly, or at least it has so far. The next one comes out August 8th, I believe. And I kind of picked it up just on a whim, you know, the first issue, you know, the art's like, ooh, robot, you know, like post-apocalyptic robot. So I went ahead and was like, oh, yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, it's cool. The second one, actually, I saw the cover, and it reminded me of Cass and Vlad, so whatever. So I picked up the first one, and I flipped through, and pretty much the first thing I saw was this awesome robot-y, wormy thing. I was like, okay, I gotta get these. So just based on, you know, kind of some fun character, I was looking for something a little different. Although this isn't, you know, I guess that's the one thing I would say is that so far it feels like Planet of the Apes, but robots. But I really do enjoy it so far. It's only the 2 issues, and I'm going to continue it. The art is awesome. I like the art, but it's not terribly polished, which maybe that's part of why I like it. It's a little bit different.
I think it fits in with the world around it.
For sure. And basically the story is, so far, it's just a guy named Silas, and he's coming out of hyperspace, and something's wrong, and he has a kind of an AI friend called Richter. It's kind of like Jarvis in a lot of the Iron Man comics,
right.
The not real Jarvis, and so he crash lands on this planet, and he comes to find out that apparently this planet is developed a very high gravitational force or whatever that pulls in a lot of ships, and so the crust of the planet is completely littered with ruined ships. So that kind of gives it its industrial post-apocalyptic feel. But it's also got all these robots that have kind of gone rogue, and they were there to, keep prisoners and yada yada, or slaves, and so they've kind of, gone off the hinges a little bit.
Right, because they kept their programming, and so even though the job had been finished and they remained, their programming continued, and they just...
Right, and there is there's a humanoid presence of some other species as well.
Right.
Trapped there, and they cannot leave because the force is so strong pulling towards the planet. Of course, Silas is completely determined to get out. He has a weapon that is really badass.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the power of it, nobody expects that. So I think there's some mystery and some hope surrounding Silas. So he first crashes, like I said, and he meets this old man, and the old man is living out on the outskirts, and he helps him. But there is this main plateau, and I forget what they call it, but it's just this kind of raised platform that people live in.
Oh, yeah, I showed you that right here.
Yeah, big old. It's kind of almost like a stadium of Rome or whatever kind of feel. But the old man, he doesn't want any part of it, but that's where most of the survivors are, and so he suggests that Silas go up there. Of course, it's being patrolled, though, so he has to be careful. And, as any post-apocalyptic kind of thing, there are roving gangs, trying to take power for themselves, what little power there is. So he has to deal with that. He runs into these two who have been trapped, and they basically demand his gun, and, they're like robbing him or whatever, thinking that he's a baddie, I think. But they end up being, having to work together or whatever, kind of friendly, so... We'll see where that goes. I just want to bring this up again because I've had so little to be excited about, I feel. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm excited about plenty. I've been really enjoying the Watchmen, before Watchmen, except for comedian. We just got the second comedian book, which is decent. It's okay. It's still a little bit. I know the president, especially in the beginning, and I just don't buy that really. But it starts getting interesting when he goes to Nam. So I love that series. A couple of the New 52 are still, like All-Star Western I'm still a little bit interested in, and Batman I'm still a little interested in, even though the whole brother thing, they just kind of was like, oh, we're not going to tell you now. So whatever, they're just going to pull it out sometimes. Right. So I still don't know if I want to follow it, darn it, And then AVX is okay, but it really could have been more earth-shaking.
Well, I think we're excited about the Marvel now. See what happens.
Well, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so I just wanted to find something new, and this jumped out at me. Image does a great job of doing these indie. I mean, this is just one dude. He's had someone help him with the logos and stuff, I guess, but someone else was credited for that.
Right.
But otherwise, it's just all him, and I really love that. It's hard to do, and it's so far and few between that you see someone doing the writing and the art of the same book. Now, you could argue that, it's better to have that cooperation, but I think it's fun to see, a peer vision. We'll see where it goes.
This was everything you wanted to do right here. But yeah, it is a great story. A lot of it, especially the art kind of reminds me of, Final Fantasy VII, that kind of, wasteland type area.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always gripping to me, and I love the, one of the things that he struggles with when he first lands is like metal shavings in the air, and he's like choking on them, so he's got to work on these use a respirator rather. So it's kind of interesting to see like if he goes further out and does other things, what the environment's going to be like, especially since it's mostly a metal world, it looks like.
Yeah, Gehring has it seems like he was just like sitting, working on some other project or something, and just keep thinking of all these ideas, kind of like we do.
Yeah.
And then made them work, and there's a lot of things that you wouldn't think about that are thrown in there, and so it's fun. I enjoyed thoroughly the entire read, so I'm not like chomping at the bit to get the next one, but but it's solid, and I will continue to watch it. Wanted to spread the news.
Right.
Robots, dude.
Robots.
It's pretty awesome. And they're not this terribly typical robots. I like that. They're a little different than you would normally. They don't look like Transformers or anything. I don't know. I think they're kind of cool. So I dig it. Check it out. Good job, Image, and good job, Ken Gehring. I enjoyed it. So subscribe on our YouTube channel, Duel Review. We've got lots of fun playlists, and tell us what you think.
That's right. Please leave comments, because we love reading comments. And
answering them.
And answering them, yes. And check out all of our wares on spiderwolf.com.
That's it, guys. See you tomorrow. Oh, I thought you missed that for sure.
I was right on the edge there, so it's very possible I could have.
Good job. Coming up on Duel Review, it's 2 classic games reborn.
Dates.
Brenda on Thursday, Patrice on Friday. Actually, Patrice is a boy's name, isn't it?
I think so.
So Patrice on Friday. And then Brenda again on Saturday. Oh, you're getting serious. Oh, you mean calendar dates.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thank you, Nick. You threw me off. I was like, what? What am I saying for Pac-Man and Tetris? Planetoid and
what stuff? What are you talking about? Oh,
yeah.
2 downloadable games. You could just say that. New Pac-Man and Tetris. I don't know. Isn't it Pac-Man MX or something?
DX.
DX.
Like Deluxe. How about 2 revamped video games? Or 2 revamped...
2 oldies, now newies.
2 oldies, now newbies? Not
newies.
Newies?
Newies.
Maybe newbie.
No, not newbies. Newies.
Newies. Newies. That's hard to say.
It sounds like a granola treat. Newie.
Can I have some of the newies?
Yeah. Okay. I'm being too quiet, I think.
So now 2 oldies that are now newies?
I don't think you can really say that.
I don't know what to say there.
Just say, do downloadable video games, like I said in the first place.
Yeah, but then people are going to think, like Braid or something. I want to...
2 classic games remade for download.
2 classic revamped. 2 classic games revamped. There you go. 2 classic games revamped. Okay.
Sure.
So welcome to Duel Review. We got a wonderful
They were made goth and given wings and fangs. They're revamped.
Actually, that might be interesting. Seeing Pac-Man chase a bunch of ghosts in his, like, vampire form.
That was Miss Pac-Man.
Ayo! 2 classic games revamped. I'm gonna write that down.
2 classics revamped.
2 classics revamped.
Revamped.
2 classics revamped.
The vampires always walk like this.
Hey, Hank.
Hi, how's it going?
Welcome to Monday the 30th of July. We're doing... What are we doing? Planetoid. Sorry.
You can just go silent when you say things, and then I'll just fill it in later.
Welcome to the 30th. I don't know.
That's a long time to say July. July. July.
What's funny is my mouth isn't even gonna move. Like it's gonna be like.
Yeah, I'll make it. I'll just smear around in Photoshop. You'll never get a date then. Ew, or maybe you will. Alright, let's go.
Welcome to
July.
the 30th.